Hello, everyone. My name is Saraswati Venkatram, and I am the Executive Director of Community Seva. Community Seva is a nonprofit organization based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and our mission is feeding the hungry and serving the homeless. Founded in 2013, Community Seva has served over 160,000 meals so far to those in need. In addition, we have provided winter essentials, backpacks, hygiene kits, mobile shower services, just to name a few of our initiatives. Community Seva has started many new initiatives and increased its outreach during the COVID-19 crisis. Just over the past 12 weeks, we have served more than 14,000 healthy, nutritious, freshly cooked meals to people living in 7 shelters, 5 encampments, and even to individuals who are living in their RVs or cars. Of course, we could not have accomplished any of this without the generosity of many of our supporters and donors. Now, Chinmaya Mission is one of these supporters. Today, I am happy to have two representatives of Chinmaya Mission here to share their mission and tell us a little bit about why they chose to support Community Seva during this crisis. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Sri Krishna Bhamreji and Prasanna Iyengar. Welcome. Welcome to you both.
Hariom, happy to be here.
Hariom, Hariom.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'd first like to ask you just a little bit about yourself, your role at Chinmaya Mission, and about the organization.
So, I've been associated with Chinmaya Mission, an organization in the Bay Area, for last 25 plus years. Gurudev, our Swami Chinmayananda, established Chinmaya Mission, a worldwide organization, in 1975 onwards. And basically, we are a spiritual organization trying to encourage people to follow the Vedantic principles of living, which is taught by Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself. And our main pledge is basically give more than you take. And that's what drives many of us at Chinmaya Mission to do the community service in the Bay Area. And last 25 years, we've been carrying on that cause with different venues, mainly same menu as you're saying, homeless feeding and whatnot, and supporting the marginalized community that we live in. So, and my role at Chinmaya Mission is basically a community coordinator, Seva coordinator, and specifically in these difficult times, I've been also given an additional role to be a coordinator for the COVID-19 relief fund that we have started in these difficult times. And basically the fund was started with the generous donation by our Chinmaya Mission board of $15,000. And then we reached out to the general community and we have raised enough funds, more than 100,000 right now. And the purpose of the fund is to partner with local charities and support the cause that are so intimately involved in helping the marginalized community, and they actually in difficult times like this. So we got more than 6 organizations we have supported, and Community Seva is one of the major beneficiary of that because of our hearts and the cause align very well, trying to help the homeless people in our area. Prasanna, please add on.
Yeah, thank you. That was a wonderful, I think, both a good opportunity that you all presented to just add on to what Bhamreji said. Chinmaya Mission's mission, if you will, is to spread maximum happiness to maximum people for the maximum amount of time. In that, the Vedantic teachings form the foundational elements of how one kind of gets to that state of happiness, because happiness is my true beginning state itself. It's not something to be found outside. In my role here is Chinmaya Mission San Jose is run by all volunteers, and I'm just another sevak in that. And Bhamreji's community outreach is what got me first involved, and that's where I got the opportunity to meet Nathan, and we were serving in these local homeless shelter kitchens, and that opportunity kind of seized up, as you well know, during this time, and that kind of pivoted us into this direction of we can't go and serve in these places. There is a community's need, and that, as Bhamreji said, the COVID-19 relief fund was created, and the board's directive was to look for organizations that are doing work on the ground. And we had the good fortune of knowing Nathan and Community Seva. I've been an admirer, not so secret admirer through Facebook and other things of Nathan's work. Nathan's son is a good friend of mine, and I always told him I want to grow up to be like him and things of that nature. So just a lot of goodness going around. And the gap that you all fill seemed like core to what the board had directed us to look for, and hence the connection. So here we are.
Thank you so much. So basically, because you knew Nathan and Nathan's family, you had heard about Community Seva, and because our missions matched so closely, especially during the COVID crisis, is why you chose us. Well, we really, really appreciate that. And now I'd like to invite Nathan Ganeshan, our founder, to say a few words.
Thank you, Saras. Thank you, Bhamreji and Prasanna, for taking the time to join the video call. I greatly appreciate it. And more than anything, your kind words really touched my heart. And before Community Seva was born, Prasanna, you remember very well, I used to come to third Saturday breakfast at BRC, and I volunteered many weeks, and really that helped me. That really also one of the reasons that we need to do more. And definitely I cannot forget Chinmaya Missions, my involvement with Chinmaya Missions in those breakfast sevas. And Bhamreji, I still remember the day you called and inquired about what Community Seva is up to these days. And it was very early stages of COVID. Since then, the amazing support and generous contribution received from Chinmaya Mission and the CORD USA together, that this generosity has really helped us to do more. And wanted to share this happy news with you. Just last week, we have expanded our mission to the unhoused seniors in Oakland. We have been thinking of doing this for the last 7 years. Now the time, and that we could able to take such stand and decision to expand because of the generosity, the support organizations like Chinmaya Mission is giving us. And I wanted to, as a nonprofit, every dollar matters, and but at the same time, how we put across these funds for the cause matters the most. And I promise you and all your supporters at Chinmaya Mission and CORD USA that every dollar you donated will put into the cause and to those in need in these difficult times. And I wanted to, from bottom of my heart, I want to thank you both personally, getting involved and choosing Community Seva as one of the grassroots organizations. I know there are several out there, but we are really blessed and fortunate to get selected one of the nonprofit you to support. And again, these difficult times, words cannot express how those individuals, especially those individuals who are living in shelters and encampments and RVs and cars, the list goes on. But we are so happy and fortunate again that we are able to do our little part with your generosity and tremendous support. Thank you again from my bottom of my heart.
I know Nathan said, if I may for a second jump in and say, words cannot I'll say the words he shared with me, we had this conversation back in March. The facts, the data that he put on the table were 35 core volunteers, 2,000 plus volunteers, that's Community Seva, doing 200 food packets, burritos. The detail into which you all had kind of wired this, and the solar chargers that he was talking about, kind of going out to the homeless captains, that kind of provided that gravity that made it very easy for us to kind of bring it to the board and talk about this. I think I really commend you for being able to bring, because at the end of the day, I mean, there is a lot, as you said, there is a lot of need for support. There is a lot of desire to support. The thing that I think Community Seva really feels, I think, as well is explaining how the value is converted. It's not that anyone is out there to, most organizations are kind of trying to do the best that they can, but being able to continue to have the transparency, being able to adapt and pivot to the needs is something that I really admire of what you all have done. So since you didn't have words, I thought I'd share the words from my notes that I know you had mentioned. But I'm sure this is just a drop in the detailed bucket that you all live in. So thank you.
Yeah, we didn't go in the interest of time. We really didn't go into the numbers and all the, the outreach, the Seva we are doing at this time for COVID. But we have a wonderful page, communityseva.org/COVID, where we have listed out the services we are providing to those in need at this point in time.
Well, thank you all. I mean, thank you for taking the time out to meet with us, and thank you for this wonderful support that you've provided. And I hope we continue to have partnership with you in many years to come. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that.
Thank you. Thank you.